Soccer. Welcome to McDonough, Georgia, as your Georgia Revolution FC take on Chattanooga FC in the second leg of this matchup in the NPSL Southeastern Conference regular season. I'm your broadcaster, Riley Molesky, with Justin Murphy. We're here today as the Revolution look to take 2 wins this year against CFC.
Yeah, this is the first game the Revs have played since 2 weeks ago down up there in Chattanooga, Fort Finley, which probably should be renamed Fort Georgia Revolution. Seemingly we go up there every year and win.
We do like winning there.
But unfortunately, history has shown that Chattanooga likes to win down here. So maybe we can turn that trend around tonight.
Yeah, in recent history here in McDonough, Georgia, Chattanooga FC got a convincing win last season. The year before, they got a 0-0 draw here in McDonough, Georgia, and one of the most exciting games of the Revolution's 2017 season. This year, though, the Revolution have got off to a rocky start. Probably didn't live up to the expectations of the talent they have on this roster, and Chattanooga FC has played very, very few games this year with friendlies against La Liga clubs, Real Betis. They have the Bug Eaters friendly, AFC Mobile. In between all of that, they are behind a little bit when it comes to regular season games. They just came off of a big win against Atlanta SC 2 days ago.
Yeah, Chattanooga's definitely coming in red hot. I think after losing to us 2 weeks ago, they had a midweek game against International FC, and they beat them 4-0, and just a couple nights ago, they beat Atlanta SC 3-0. So they're coming in red hot. We're going to have to do our best to maybe stem that wildfire they got going on right now here in Warhawk Stadium tonight.
And the Revolution are about to kick off. They have red and white stripes, blue bottoms, and blue socks. They're going from left to right, while CFC are in their light blue kits, white socks and white socks, the same uniforms that we saw in Fort Finley 2 weeks ago. Avery Shepard looks to kick it off in the starting line for Georgia Revolution. Is Avery Shepard up top, Pascal on the left wing, on the right Sajad Delane, then Aaron Witten in the midfield, Rodrigo Gonçalves, Antonio Tiente holding down the defensive mid spot, Sergio Serena getting a start at right back in place of Jack Gurr, Eduardo Gomez at center back, Giamma Fiore at center back, and Sagi Hirsch at left back. Gregorovic is in goal, and we have started off here in McDonough, Georgia. Rodrigo gets the ball to Alicio. CFC are trying to counter here early in the match. Aaron Wynn challenges the ball but can't quite get it back there. And CFC play it out of bounds for a throw-in. Now we see the 4 out of the 5 goals, that were scored in the last matchup. The goal scorers are not playing in the first half here. We have Jamar Oakley with a hat trick for the Revolution. He is not starting this match. And then for CFC, Danny Valenciano scored. He is starting, but Jao Joni Mora, who played for the Atlanta Silverbacks in years past, who also got a goal for CFC, is not in the 11 for Chattanooga. A lot of turnover since they're playing. A lot of turnover since they were playing a few days ago against Atlanta SC. They're missing Felipe Oliveira, one of their big-time strikers up top. So one of my keys for CFC to get a victory today is Max Wisher has to step up. He has to step up in place of Oliveira, who is a lot of their goal-scoring threat, and he has to make some magic happen for Chattanooga.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell how this game's actually going to go out for the Revs. Lots of people would say that rest is a good thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not, especially when you have a club
good
like
ball by Aaron
Chattanooga.
Wynn there. Looking for Pascal.
Especially when you have a team like Chattanooga, as hot as they are, coming in.
And Aaron Wynn had a beautiful pass there, looking for Pascal on the near side. And Aaron Wynn had that fabulous assist last week at Jamar Oakley. Just a beautiful ball, created a wonderful chance there. And it was a really a high-quality play we saw from Aaron Witten.
Yeah, second Georgia Revolution goal 2 weeks ago, I should say. It was the one that tied the game up. It was actually spectacular.
D'Amico sends the ball Up, look, a shot for Chattanooga, and it goes over the crossbar and to the right for a goal kick. We're in the 3rd minute here. Both teams are still trying to get the ball into the box, looking for attacking opportunities here. Gligorovic lines up his goal kick. Now, history has shown when the Revolution are missing Jack Gurr, they do tend to struggle. And Jack Gurr is not playing today's match. He is the right back who creates all of the opportunities for the Revolution going forward. He had an assist last week in Chattanooga as well. What is the Revolution attack going to look like without Jack Gurr?
Well, it's definitely going to be slowed down. Jack's one of those that likes to come up really high in the play and really attack. And as you saw last week with his ball in, that the first goal we scored last week was purely created by him. So you're going to miss that. It's up to our back line to maybe have somebody step up and communicate.
Revolution counterattack. Pascal has the ball. He has 3 men in front of him looking for passing lanes. Pascal plays a long touch forward. And Avery Shepard now has a chance.
Oh.
Avery Shepard cuts in.
Penalty
Kick for the Revolution in the 4th minute. Pascal created an opportunity, sent a ball forward, trying to go around that CFC defender. A deflection leads to an opportunity in between Avery Shepard and D'Amico. D'Amico fouls Avery Shepard. He tries to cut around him, and that is a penalty kick for the Revolution. Looks like Aaron Winton will be taking the PK.
Yeah.
An opportunity for Winton to get another head up on Jack Gurr in the scoring bet here.
Yeah, this would be a good time to do it.
Not be excited about this.
Good time to do it with him on the bench. But I definitely agree with that penalty there. The ball was already gone. He continued to slide. That's a definite pin for me.
Revolution have struggled to convert penalties in the past 2 seasons.
They have.
I believe we are 0 for the last 4 attempts.
Yes, I believe so too. Let's see if Mr. Hollywood Loverboy here can end that drought.
Mr. Hollywood is taking a golf approach here as he's kneeling down, trying to read the green here. I know it's very bumpy since the grass was underwater last week. Aaron Winton lines up, shoots. Oh, and wide right. You'll be regretting that.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when you think before a kick like that, it can actually be detrimental. Sometimes you just have to get up there and kick it.
Chattanooga's might have got his head a little bit there.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
They're quite loud and proud here to our right of the press box. D'Amico plays the ball forward. Both teams missed the header opportunity. Eduardo looks like he's holding Max back a little bit. Throwing for CFC.
I'll be interested to see how Aaron Witten plays for the next couple of minutes. Missing an opportunity like that can sometimes get in your head. I like to see him, keep playing strong for a couple of minutes and get that out of his head. Kind of like an American football term when a quarterback throws an interception, you just got to get it out of your head and keep playing.
Yeah. Ball sent forward. Difficult touch there by Max Wishy. Aaron Witten with the ball off the chest, looking for some shots.
Yeah, it seems like this game is going to be another one of those in the air kind of games. Everybody trying to win a 50-50 ball, and I'd really like it not to turn into that.
I will say the Revolution might have a little bit more of an advantage where Gamora Fiore is more of an aerial threat than Thomas Sherwig or some of our other center back options.
Yeah, Fiore is usually one we bring in the second half to win those 50-50 balls in the air. But I guess Theo decided he wanted size out there today in the middle, which between Gian Maria and Eduardo Gomez, that's a pretty tall center pairing there.
CFC trying to play a little more direct. A little too much pace in the ball and a goal kick coming up for Gligorovic and the Revolution. Fantastic atmosphere tonight. One of the best atmospheres we've seen in a Revolution home game, maybe besides the CFC game in 2017 and the Atlanta Silverback game in 2017.
Yeah, the Uprising and the Chattanooga are really going at it. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of the Uprising considering they're very outnumbered tonight. They're still putting their own out there.
They're playing quite a few men down. And Pascal gets lucky with a bad bounce there. Can he take advantage of this opportunity? He cannot, as CFC, to clear that ball. But a few times now we've seen Pascal is pressuring the CFC back line, and they have some bad touches that Pascal has been able to exploit here. I think that's something we go for. I like his efforts and his attacking presence here, his pressing abilities.
Yeah, for today, I like the wings we have with Sajad and Pascal, two of the fastest players on our team. I think Steo really wants to take advantage of that outside with the speed today.
They pair very well with Aaron Witten's quick first touch here. And then Aaron Witten, speaking of him, he gets a poor first touch, kind of an outlier there for him. We don't see that very often.
A way to fight for
Ball
it.
played in the air. Avery Shepard heads it out of bounds, throw-in. Excuse me, that they would call that off Caleb Cole for CFC, a throw-in for the Revolution.
This is where I'd like to see like Asagi or somebody come in and throw the ball. But
Soggy definitely has a threat off throw-ins. Ball played in, headed out by Lima. Rodrigo shoots it.
Nice.
Far right. Second shot by the Revolution in this match.
Yeah, I mean, the Revolution are doing what they did 2 weeks ago, just pressing up high, getting opportunities. Eventually, some of those are going to have to go down. So, but the more chances you take, the better percentage you have of getting one in.
Jordan Dunstan heads it forward. Very good cut there by Sierra.
Oh, yeah, what
Sierra
a ball.
plays to Aaron Witten. Good touch by Witten. Witten looks like he might have got fouled there, trying to win the ball back from Dunstan. Throw in for CFC. Great cut and great ball there by Sergio Sierra, playing for Aaron Witten.
Yeah, Sergio has some bad memories against CFC in that playoff game. He played about 15 minutes and pulled a hamstring in the Southeast Conference semifinals. Really disappointing.
That was again coming in for Jack Gurr, who was unable to attend that match. He had some family business in England and missed the playoffs last season.
Yep. There's that height that we talked about with Gianma.
CFC selling the ball down. Looks like Dunstan's playing it forward. Ball flicked over Gligorovic, but the offside flag is up indeed.
Yeah, that's João Costa. With him, it's a matter of when is he going to score, not if he's going to score. And that guy is a quality player.
At times, it seems as he might fight against the offside flag more than the opposing defender. Kind of a Joseph Martinez situation there. Tony Ciente brings the ball down, settles it, gets it to Rodrigo. Rodrigo plays it back to Fior. Fior gets it to Eduardo. Eduardo back at Ciente. Ciente. The Soggy Hirsch. Yagi Hirsch give and go to Ciente. Ciente quick pass to Sajad. Sajad loses the ball there, tries to get it back.
Great ball movement.
Out of bound throw in to the Revolution. Aaron Witten has the ball in the middle of the field. Aaron Witten flicks it forward looking for Sajad. Avery. Avery can't quite get there and scooped up by D'Amico. D'Amico throws it up. Looking for Caleb Cole. Caleb Cole cuts back. Caleb Cole plays it back. Lima shoots it up to Costa.
Yeah, you
Headed
got
away by Fior. Fior's played great in this first 11 minutes.
This is awesome. I love the combination play that the Revs are doing right now.
Tony Ciente, the quick juggles, gets it to Rodrigo, but like you were saying, that combination.
Yeah, one of the things that
hard foul there on Aaron Witten.
Yeah, one of the things that I notice a lot of teams in the conference do is they kind of give too much respect to Chattanooga. Often in the beginning of the games, they sit back and they just kind of let Chattanooga do what they want. And that's one thing that I like about the Revs is it doesn't matter what record we have, what record they have. We always seem to just go at Chattanooga. And that really, if you want a blueprint of how to beat Chattanooga FC, that's how you do it. You go at them, you get them unsettled. And as it's shown so far in this game, we've created way more chances than Chattanooga FC have.
Yeah, and I think that's Steve's philosophy when he talked to us at the beginning of the season on the Revs Live podcast. He said, we're going to go in every week playing our style of soccer. We're not going to adapt or play around what the other team. Fantastic footwork by Pascal. He dribbles around two defenders there and still fighting for the ball. Good defensive effort there by Lima. who stops the scoring opportunity for the Revolution, but Pascal is just toying with this near side Chattanooga FC defense.
Yeah, I think Pascal, I think, is center to the game plan today. I'm pretty sure that's what Steo wants him to do. He wants him to take players one-on-one and get into the box.
He reminds me a lot of Malcolm Frago last year for Greenville FC. Very similar in playing styles, very similar in skill sets. Pascal might be a little quicker. Frago might have a sharper touch, but I think they're very similar players. Avery Shepard running for that ball. That's going to be too far, and Phil D'Amico has no trouble whatsoever there.
Yeah, I really want to see Avery get on the score sheet. It's been a while since he's been in a Revs uniform, and I really want to see him.
He had that tap-in chance in his first game back in a Revs uniform, and he just shoots it over the crossbar from about 3 yards out. By Costa is trying to volley it over 3 Revs players, and a high kick that wasn't called there, but Serena looking in the middle of the field. Pascal, beautiful cut there.
Oh, yeah.
Cuts back once again.
Man.
Just tricky dribbling around the CFC defense. Tony Cience plays it forward looking for Sajad. Sajad was trying to get back in an offside position. Sajad plays it off his chest, controls the ball. Sajad still. Physical defending there from CFC. Sajad still with the ball. Sajad looks back for Tony Cience. Tony Cience shoots it back over.
Oh,
no one there, though.
Miscommunication. Yeah, miscommunication there. I think Pascal was supposed to break off and go into the corner there, but he didn't.
For sure.
But again, the link-up play is great for the Revs right now. If we keep this up, we'll definitely score sooner rather than later, for sure.
This has been the crispest passing I've seen from the Revolution so far this year.
For sure.
We saw some long balls earlier in the year trying to break apart defenses from a defensive shape, and I like how we evolved back into a little bit more complex playing style that the Revolution have been known for in the past 2 years under Coach Steo.
Yeah, and that's something we said in the first couple of home broadcasts that we wanted to see, play it on the ground, play it up, and less direct. And I think we finally started doing that.
Aaron Wynn chips it forward for Sajad. Sajad misses his first touch opportunity. A quick clearance there for CFC. Tony Cience couldn't quite win that ball back.
I got to say, Sajad's not having the greatest game so far. He's had quite a couple of mistakes over there. Hopefully he'll settle down. I think he's kind of excited about getting his start today, and he just needs to settle down and get in his groove, and I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we're going to give him a little while to settle down, but in the second half, I would not be surprised to see the Nuga killer, Jamar Oakley, come into the game.
Yep. Jamar, Nuga killer, Oakley.
As Soggy Hirsch fought for the ball back inside the box. Tough foul by Woodfin.
Yeah,
Woodfin, very physical play on Cience there. Surprised there's a no call.
Yeah, well, it was a tough.
Good opportunity there from CFC.
Yeah.
Looks like it was Caleb Cole from distance, just far the post.
Yeah, that was a tough foul, but I think it was shoulder to shoulder. It was a fair one, I think so.
Caleb Cole, who took that shot a moment ago. But first of all, Costa has an opportunity for CFC, and that is stopped by Soggy Hirsch. Soggy Hirsch gets that to Pascal. Pascal looking to create something here, tries to cut around, but can't do it there. Caleb Cole, and the attack gets tripped up, foul called, free kick to CFC from about 30 yards out. But Caleb Cole, who was tripped on that play, he attended Gordon College in Pennsylvania, not the one a few minutes down the road from the stadium, but Gordon College in Pennsylvania, where he scored 36 goals and 35 assists in his career at Gordon College. And in his last 2 seasons there, he was actually leading the team in goals and assists.
Wow.
That's very impressive from a guy that he likes to play center back, and when he's not playing center back, he gets slotted in that number 6 role. So you see that's kind of a box-to-box player that is very versatile, can play really anywhere on the field.
Yeah, it's hard to find players like that nowadays, especially when most players nowadays try to specialize in a certain position on the field. It's good to have that utility player.
Costa attacking from the free kick. Dangerous free kick there, but just what Glorvik has not really been tested yet.
Yeah.
Everything has been over the crossbar or off target.
Yeah, I think in the last 2 shots, though, Gligorovic has been kind of laid off his line off that first ball, and that might come back to haunt us. Hopefully he gets focused a little more and is able to get off his line a little quicker, because had either of those been on target, I think he would have been beaten.
Great touch by Pascal. Pascal shoots, and it goes through the football uprights there.
Yeah, Pascal is on fire today. He wants this.
He wanted to get that goal just like Brahan did in the first match of the year against Greenville from about that same spot.
Yep.
Now, historically, Chattanooga FC has been one of the best set-piece teams we've seen in the NPSL. And historically, Georgia Revolution have been very vulnerable on set pieces. This year, we've seen Georgia Revolution actually score and defend very well on set pieces, especially in the match against Atlanta SC on that short field.
Yeah, I think every one of our 3 goals in that game was from a set piece, so it's good to see. Because like you said, I mean, not just last year or the year before, but like you said, historically, for every year, the Revs have been pretty terrible on defending and scoring off set pieces. So it's good to see that change a little bit this year. Oh, bad giveaway.
Was the bad touch, but it's cleared away nonetheless. Gorovic scoops the ball up and gets it up to Soggy Hirsch. Soggy Hirsch had a much better play of late. He's been in good form after he started off with a very rough start in the first 2 matches.
Yeah, I think he might have heard us talk on that one podcast we had, and we really called him out.
So it's Yancey with a great run of work there as he cuts it back and sends a beautiful ball across the field and the flip pitch. Questionable call there on the throw-in for the referee, but Valencione tries to send the ball across the pitch, a diagonal ball. Aaron Witten is there. And Aaron Witten wins a throw-in for the Revolution. Looks like Soggy Hirsch will send it in for a long throw. 20th minute here in McDonough, Georgia, Warhawk Stadium. 0-0 between Chattanooga FC and Georgia Revolution FC. Soggy Hirsch is up the field looking for Avery Shepard.
Ooh.
Avery Shepard can't win the header. Off the chest of Pascal. Pascal a little bit out of position here. We've seen him and Sajad switch places now. Aaron Wynn has a chance, crosses the end of the box looking for Sajad. Sajad shoots. Goal! Sajad to the lane. Slots in the back of the net. Top right corner after a great cross by Aaron Wynn, and the Revolution are up 1-0 in the 20th minute of this match.
Well, Aaron might have missed that PK, but he got a point in his bet with Jack Gurr with that assist.
And we talked about both those players have had disappointing first halves. Aaron Wynn missed that PK like you just mentioned, and then Sajad has really been poor on his touches, and he hasn't been very active, very productive in the attack, and he gets a great shot there, places it perfectly. Phil D'Amico can't do anything about that.
Yep, and that's pretty good for Sajad. Sajad played on our 2016 MPSL squad that was not very good, and to see how much he's matured in the last couple years, because 3 years ago, Sajad would have put that over the bar being too excited. To see him really settle that, look it in, and put it in the back of the net, that's impressive.
Sajad is one of the most talented players on this Revolution squad.
Yeah, an ADSL guy, part of the championship team this past fall.
And an aggressive opportunity from Max Wishery.
And I think that really shows you how talented the ADSL is here in Atlanta, just depth-wise. I mean, we have guys stepping up like Rodrigo Concalves, Sajad Delane. These guys are playing every game in the ADSL, and they're coming up here to the MPSL. That's traditionally more strong than maybe, say, an amateur league day at the ADSL, but they're performing just as good as anybody else.
Revolution win the ball back, but a foul halts the Revolution attack. Foul called on the Revolution. Not sure where that was. Dunstead has the ball. Dunstead plays it back. Good defending there by Soggy Hirsch to feel out the CFC attack. TNC pulls the ball back, looking for Soggy Hirsch once again. Soggy Hirsch looking to play it long, then just short, simple pass to Rodrigo Gongalves. Rodrigo's been very disciplined in this first half, staying back, allowing for the Revolution to attack without having to worry about being vulnerable on the counterattacks like we saw in the first 2 matches.
Yeah. I definitely like the patience that I'm seeing with the Revs, even in their own end. A couple games ago, if Soggy got that ball on the inline there, he would send it directly over everybody into the other team. But the fact that him and Rodrigo were able to really be patient and pass it back and forth.
Ball goes over the head of CFC defender. Avery Shepard now the opportunity gets to the pass. Sajad Sajad cuts back. Sajad looking for Aaron Wynn. Mr. Hollywood sends the ball to Pascal. Pascal on the far side. Dribbles down now near the box. Pascal turns around, comes back, fakes a pass, shoots across in. Sajad looking for two.
Ooh.
Can't quite put it in there. Great individual effort from Pascal trying to create an opportunity. Sajad was in a good position there and good defending from Jonathan Dunstead of CFC. Or Jordan Dunstead, excuse me.
Yeah, I got to say, this is the best I've seen the Revolution play all season. Even 2 weeks ago when we beat this Chattanooga team, I think it was just a very individual effort from Jamar Oakley that really got it. I don't think the team played that well, honestly, in that game. But so far in this game, this is insane, to be honest with you.
This is a very important game, too, because the Revolution needed to have a better record than 2 teams in the conference out of 6. To make a playoff spot. Chattanooga, we've beaten them once. They still have a lot of games to play, but if we can get 6 points from Chattanooga, that really puts us in a position to be ahead of them in the standings by the end of the year.
Yeah, honestly, I think Chattanooga will be one of those 4 teams, and if you're able to sweep them, that really gets you a foot up in the race, considering that both Atlanta and International have both lost to Chattanooga now, and those are honestly the 2 teams that we're trying to compete right now for that last playoff spot. And the fact that if we beat Chattanooga twice and they lost, that gives us the hand up right away.
Yeah, and International and Atlanta are 2 teams that we still have second legs against. Those are very important.
Yeah,
very important games.
you get all 6 points from Chattanooga, and you split. Well, actually,
if
we
you can get
already
something from Greenville.
Yeah. We already have a point from Nashville with that draw we had at home. If we can nick something from them on the last day of the season and beat Atlanta SC, I think we're in really good standings to make the playoffs.
Handball that was not called by the referee. Blatant call in the middle of the field on Daniel Valesino. Now Chattanooga FC are attacking. Outside foot pass sends into the box. Good defensive effort there by
Yeah, I think Chattanooga is finally starting to get their footing in the game. They're starting to connect some passes, and this is when you really need to come at them real quick and get them on a counter, because you do not want Chattanooga to get possession and get in their zone. That's dangerous.
Throw in for CFC. Ball couldn't be controlled by Max Wishery. And now it's cycled back out to the CFC back line. Caleb Cole has the ball outside the box, puts a shot in, and good defending there on a sliding jump slide from Soggy Hirsch to send the ball for a corner kick. First corner kick of the match by either squad. CFC has it. Looks like it'll be taken by Cameron Woodfin. Cameron Woodfin's been very quiet in this first half for CFC. We haven't seen much from him or Mason Walsh.
Yeah, Cameron Woodfin's really a linchpin in that Chattanooga attack, traditionally.
Header by Lima. That was then cleared by Eduardo Gomez. Lima looking for the throw. Lima puts it inside the box. Header by CFC goes the wrong direction. Avery Shepard sends it into the head of the CFC defender, and it's played back out to Lima. Lima has the ball, sends across, looking for Woodfin. Woodfin tries to control it, but it's headed away by Soggy Hirsch, throwing for CFC. Woodfin has the ball inside the box, looking across, and Aaron Witten, solid defensive effort, and a great header inside the box.
Yeah, that's got to hurt. That was a big hit on Sergio there. But he gets up. That's good.
Grigorovic plays the free kick into Soggy. Hirsch, simple pass, Aaron Witten. Aaron Witten couldn't quite get a touch on it. Looks like it goes under his foot. And a throw in for CFC. Beautiful evening here in McDonough, Georgia, as the sun's starting to set on the far side of the pitch at Henry County High School Warhawk Stadium.
Yeah, it's a whole lot better than it was this time a week ago, that's for sure. This time a week ago, the pitch was underwater as we had giant monsoons.
As most of McDonough was.
Yeah, it was definitely not a good time to be down here last week.
If you can find a building that did not have standing water at some point of the day last Saturday, you were a lucky person. The Revolution are countering now. Fior sends it up to Avery
Oh,
Shepard.
what a ball.
Avery Shepard's an opportunity here. Tries to get around Lima. Lima with good positioning there, not allowing Avery Shepard to get in a position to put a dangerous ball on target.
Yeah, and just like I said with Aaron earlier, the same thing goes for Avery there. It's got to be frustrating to have so many chances and just not being able to get on the end of it. But I really want to see Avery get in the groove and really get a ball in there, because I think he's done all the work that he needs to. It's just he's kind of unlucky recently. Ooh,
So it's the dangerous
foul.
slide tackle, definitely a foul there, and a yellow card showing Cincinnati, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, that
he's
was
actually
definite.
wearing the captain's armband, today, in place of Soggy. We saw Soggy was the captain last year, and Soggy Hirsch's first season. And this year, Jack Gurr is the captain, but he is out today, like we have mentioned earlier in the broadcast.
Yeah, that's definite yellow for me.
Yeah, no question about that. Tony Ciense is a guy like LGP who's going to play very good defense. He can play the ball at his feet well. He can send good passes in, but he's going to be aggressive. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's due for a yellow card or a dangerous tackle about every match.
Yeah. One thing I am impressed with this season so far is our yellow card king, Rodrigo Goncalves, has actually been pretty tame this season. I'm very impressed
Free
with
kick,
him.
trying to be cheeky and go to the far side. But it's scooped up and controlled by Gregorovic. The Revolution have done a good job, and the few times CFC has had dangerous opportunities, they've fizzled out the attack. Ball sent into the air. CFC win the header. Caleb Cole now in the middle of the field. Caleb Cole gets it out to Costa. Costa first touch. Costa cuts in, gets around two defenders. Costa plays it into the opposite side of the field. Good back heel there by CFC's Woodfin. Too much pace in the pass there. Trying to go to Mason Walsh on the through ball.
Yeah,
and it'll be a goal kick to Gregorovic.
Like I said, Chattanooga they're really starting to get in their groove, and it's going to be really important with organization-wise how our back line really stops them from penetrating. Because that's what Chattanooga likes to do. They like to get into the box, get a run a late run coming up to the top of the box and really cut it back in. So it's going to be very important for our back line and our 6 and our 8 to really communicate and stop that ball from coming in.
Eduardo Gomez has been a little quieter in this game as we've seen in past matches. But CFC had dangerous opportunities, send a cross in. Looks like Soggy tried to duck out of the way of the ball, but it does end up hitting him in the head. And a tough shot by CFC. That's in the back of the net. Mason Walsh from just outside the box. Beautiful left-footed shot. Curls it around Gregorovic. Great placement. Tied 1-1 here in the 31st minute.
Yeah, in that instance, I really would have liked Tony to just let the ball go out and really take our chances with that corner because, like I said earlier, Chattanooga loves hiding players at the top of that box, and that's exactly what that was there. They just hit somebody on the box. Tony tried to clear it, didn't get it too far, and they just had a wide open shot.
Rodrigo, Soggy, and Eduardo were pulled into that corner by CFC, and Tony Ciente didn't have enough opportunity to go over there and cover the top of the box, and Mason Walsh was just open. I mean,
yeah. And then that goes to what I said earlier, how it seems like Mattia has really laid off his line so far in this game, and that's exactly what I mean. If in a different world, I think Mattia gets to that ball if he's not having a bad night. I just don't think he's quite focused tonight.
And possibly Rodrigo could have been in a better position there. I don't see a reason for him to get drawn in that deep into the back line when we have guys in that position. But Walsh plays it back to Lima. Lima chips it to Caleb Cole. Caleb Cole can't get a header away. Eduardo's there. And a foul called on Caleb Cole. I didn't see anything there.
I didn't either.
I'm not sure what that is. Eduardo's a bigger guy, and I guess that he moved it a little bit. So
well, I have to say it's about time that we get those calls for us instead of against us. That's usually what happens in that situation.
Fior heads to Aaron Wynn. Aaron Wynn heading to Sajad. Sajad can't quite high kick the ball there. Sajad trying to get in the way of the pass. Aaron Wynn headed it 4 times on his head, but CFC get possession back.
Is that Aaron Witten or Diego Maradona out there?
He was just toying with the CFC defense there. Looked like a carnival act. Throwing for Gamora. Gamora. Chested by Sajad. Rodrigo has the ball now. Great pass.
There you go, Sagi. Oh, hard touch. Now he's got to get back. See, that's a problem there because now that side's open. Now Rodrigo has to come over, and that's going to open the middle here for number 23, streaking in the
Aaron
middle.
Wynn has to come back with more pace than that. He has to hustle down the field in the defense there. Cameron Woodfin has the ball on the far side, fighting away with Eduardo Gomez. Woodfin plays it back. CFC sends the ball in the box. Max can't quite get a good touch on that. Goal kick coming up for Gregorovic.
Yeah, in situations where the ball turns over in your in the opponent's half, somebody has to get back. That's where the communication really has to happen because they had two players streaking in the box. Had Eduardo not stepped in that corner and stopped that pass from coming in, there was a guy wide open in the top center circle.
CFC attacking. Looking for Caleb Cole. Caleb Cole's wide open. Sajad was way out of place there. Caleb Cole sends a cross in, but he got unlucky as it went right into the face of Sergio Serena. Rodrigo sends the ball up the field looking for Aaron Wynn. Aaron Wynn just was not paying attention there. And Lima headed it away.
That again, that's the direct long ball that I was trying to praise them for not doing
long
it.
ball.
Yeah, I was trying to praise them earlier for not doing it. And it seems like now that Chattanooga's gotten back in the game, they've kind of panicked and started playing the ball again.
Sajad wins possession, but a foul called. Again, that's a little cheeky there from CFC as we had momentum when we were counterattacking and a cheeky foul there.
Yeah.
I think after a number of those, you got to start controlling the game and throw a yellow in.
Yeah.
Some gamesmanship there by Max Wishery as he gets right in front of the Revolution free kick, trying to get in the head of Rodrigo. Woodfin settles the ball down. Pascal tries to win it back. Pascal does that indeed.
Again, you got to be
Soggy
patient
Hirsch,
there.
poor pass that leads to a CFC counterattack. Caleb Cole gets to Woodfin. Woodfin tries to turn. Woodfin gets it back out.
Yeah, see, I think the Revs have kind of lost some of that composure they had earlier.
Very lucky opportunity for the Revolution. Tony Ciente has the ball now. Tony Ciente looks back to Soggy Hirsch. Or Rodrigo, excuse me. Aaron Wynn turns around. Loses the ball on the spin. Avery Shepard pressures D'Amico. D'Amico with a poor outlet pass. Caleb Cole volleys it over and kind of a half bike there to get it out to his teammate. Ball play up to Max Wishery. And a throw in for the Revs.
Yeah, I like to see the Revs kind of calm down. Ever since Chattanooga scored that goal, everything seems a little rushed. And I don't think it's necessary. I think earlier we were controlling tempo, and now we're kind of playing to what Chattanooga wants us to do. I'd like to see us, play in the back, out of the back a little more, connect a couple passes, just like we were doing, 15, 20 minutes ago. And I think we'll be fine. I just think they're kind of shaken up from that goal.
D'Amico punts the ball downfield. Goes over the head of Rodrigo. Aaron Wynn settles the ball. CFC in the attack, looking for Costa. Costa's there. Costa gets a shot. Just past the fingers of Gregorovic, and the ball's out of bounds, just wide of the post. Dangerous attack by Costa. Another play where we saw Matt was out of position there.
Yeah, another late jump there, and I don't know what's going on with Mattia here, but I hope he gets it sorted out.
Gregorovic sends the ball down the field. Great jumping effort there by San Ciente. We saw the hops of number 18.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Joseph Martinez-esque jump there, which I haven't seen him do much for Atlanta United lately, which is
you
kinda
can't really do
different.
that when you're in the midfield.
Yeah. All right, this is an opportunity here. If we can get somebody trailing on that far post, I think we might be able to sneak one in. And that's why we're putting Eduardo, our center back there for the size.
Soggy Hirsch, dangerous on free kick, sends the delivery into the box.
He'll want that back.
Aaron Witten now with a second chance opportunity. Deflected by CFC. Rodrigo plays it back in. Aaron Witten chips it over. No one right there. Aaron Witten wins it a good header. Eduardo, top of the box. Eduardo looking for Rodrigo. Sajad trying to create something here. Sajad, tricky dribbles around. Opportunity now for Sajad to put in the box. Man on the ground. Great dribbling effort by Sajad. He needs to take his cross a little sooner there as he had a window of opportunity that closed. That window's a little bit bigger in the ADSL when you're moving up to different levels of play and speeds of play. Sajad has to get used to that, and he has to take a quicker cross in.
Yeah, you can dribble around a couple guys in the ADSL, but you're not going to be able to do that here in the MPSL. I really like to see him
recover quickly.
Yeah, I'd like to see him take that cross maybe after that first turn instead of trying to beat the second guy off the dribble.
That's part of maturing and learning how to play at the next level.
Yeah, and that'll come. And that's what's great about our reserve program is the ability to be able to come up here and get better. I think Sajad's going to be one of the key players in our reserves U.S. Open Cup qualification process here in a few months. So it's good that he's getting the kind of time here in the MPSL to get used to high-level play.
Caleb Cole. Deflection, corner kick to CFC. Mason Walsh take the corner kick. Walsh puts the ball in the box. Feliciano, header.
Oh,
Aaron Witten heads it off the line. Great play on Mr. Hollywood.
And that's why you put somebody on that near post.
Another shot, Glorovic save. I think it's Glorovic's first save of the night for the Revolution.
Yep.
Only man back, Jordan Dunstead. Poor first touch. Revolution cannot capitalize. Dunstead's first touch tonight has been horrendous.
Yeah, it has. He's had an awful night tonight, which happens to everybody, honestly. Everybody gets one, right?
Right. Ball sent in looking for Feliciano, who has been quiet as well, surprisingly. He's been one of the quality players for CFC year in and year out, and he scored that goal earlier this year against the Revs. Avery Shepard flying in the win possession back.
See, in that situation, I would have loved to have seen Sajad take a run all the way down the line and have Sergio put it over the top. That's one of those situations where playing direct over the top would be okay because Sajad had nobody in front of him because the whole CFC back line was shifted to the right. He had wide open space for days.
When do we see Juan Hernandez coming in this match and Joa Jahani Mora for CFC to spark some excitement in the midfield?
I think that'll be later on in the match, probably in the 60th minute or so, maybe 60, 65th. Both of those guys have played a lot in the last week at least. So I know that Juan Hernandez played, I think, 70 minutes 2 nights ago. So I'd be surprised to see him before the 60th minute.
Some quality juggling skills by the AFC Lightning player on the near side ball boy.
It is AFC Lightning night. It's good to see some of those guys out here tonight, enjoying the festivities.
A quick turnover for the Revs. Can't capitalize. Give it right back to CFC. We're in the 42nd minute now. 1-1 match between Chattanooga FC and Georgia Revolution FC in this NPSL Southeastern Conference matchup. We want to remind you that Ingles is sponsoring the broadcast of Georgia Revolution FC soccer. Low prices, love the savings. Costa shoots it back to Caleb Cole, who sends it up, looking for Max. And Soggy Hurst skies the ball in the air. A header there by Dunston. Rodrigo gets pushed off the ball there by
What a
Dunston.
tackle.
And a great slide tackle to stop Serena's effort there by Jordan Dunston once again. Throw in. Rodrigo was paying no look of attention there. And CFC get the counterattack. Woodfin.
Oh, horrible clearance.
Eduardo heads it away to save the clearance for the Revolution. Pascal gets to the end of the clearance. And that was a good run by CFC's Soren Yahasket. We haven't called his name much tonight, but that was an opportunity. He saw an opening in the middle of the field and took advantage of it. And he created an opportunity for Chattanooga. Ball goes over Soggy Hirsch's head. Soren, who we mentioned a second ago, was part of that CFC squad a few years back in 2016 that only allowed 6 goals in 15 league matches.
Yeah, that's an incredible record there. That's hard to do, especially with as much talent that's in our conference. Only 6 goals in 15 games. Wow.
We do miss the days of 15 games in the regular season. Now we're down to 10 right now.
Yeah, man. That was awesome having, 12 or 6, 7 home games and
yeah. And the East
nice.
and West division of the conference is always fun, made for a great playoff format. Do definitely miss some of the teams like Memphis City and Birmingham, along with our now USL League 2 friends. But that just goes to show Chattanooga, I think, have to be known for their great set-piece play and their great defensive backline year in and year out.
Yeah,
last year was an outlier where they had a weak backline, but they were missing guys like Jordan Dunston, who tore his ACL in 2015, but played for 4 years, and then in 2018 he took a year off from CFC, and now he's back. Free kick for the Revs, played towards the top of the box. Ajah tries to win a header there. Avery Shepard can't get on the end of the second effort. Caleb Cole, very good clearance there. Max Wishery looks for Acosta, but Soggy Hirsch is there to play it back to Gregorovic. Gregorovic is very good with his feet. Gregorovic looking for Sajad. Not enough pace in the ball to get to Sajad.
Yeah.
Mason Walsh now.
Yeah, we reached stoppage time here.
Walsh with a poor dribbling effort there, and he slips a little bit once to get to the track. We're going to throw in for the Revolution. How much stoppage time are you anticipating?
Maybe 2 minutes. It's been a fairly good contested half. I think both teams will be proud going into the locker room. I think the Georgia Revolution might be a little upset from that one mistake that led to the goal, but
overall,
other than that,
they look solid in the first half.
Yeah, I think so far Georgia Revolution has played the best.
Last 15 minutes, Chattanooga's own
Chattanooga is definitely last 15 minutes, I think Chattanooga won, but the first 30 minutes or so was all Georgia Revolution. So
that was another solid effort there by Sergio Serena, who has had a very, very good first half.
Yeah, filling in for Captain Jack there. That's a hard shoes to fill, and I think he's done it well.
Throw in. Ciense has the ball. And a late foul called. Looks like Rodrigo is still on the ground, holding his calf.
That's not good. Rodrigo's a real important piece to our team.
Rodrigo's a guy that coming from Brazil. He played at USC Aiken. And at USC Aiken, he took them to their first NCAA tournament. And then he joined the Revolution reserve side. And in the reserve side, he scored a phenomenal 17 goals in 15 games in the ADSL as a defensive midfielder.
Defensive midfielder, yep. Guy, and even now, another important cog in our ADSL Division I championship team this past fall, too. It's just good to see that he can step up and play with the big boys, too. Honestly, if Rodrigo had a green card right now, he probably wouldn't be playing with us. He'd probably be playing pro somewhere.
That's the case for a number of guys on not just the Revolution roster, but rosters across the conference.
Yeah.
Not everyone has the green card lawyers of Atlanta United.
Atlanta United. Yeah, I don't know how they do that, but they're good at what they do.
Darren Eels works some kind of green card magic.
Yeah.
Avery Shepard chasing the ball now. Lima shields him away from it. Lima
Ref's
has a throw in.
Gonna blow his whistle here in a second. He's got it in his mouth.
Chattanooga is not too anxious to put this ball back in play, as I think they're content with a 1-1 draw going in the halftime.
I think both teams will be happy.
Opportunity now for Nathaniel. Nathaniel cuts it back. Look for Caleb Cole. Caleb Cole, middle of the field. Plays it back to Mason Walsh.
There it is.
And that's the whistle to end the first half. The first half will end Georgia Revolution FC 1, Chattanooga FC 1. We'll be back at the start of the second 45. Hello, welcome back to the second half of this matchup between Chattanooga FC and your Georgia Revolution FC.
Oh,
the
Jamar.
Revolution come back in with a very similar lineup, but Jamar Oakley enters the match for the Revs. Looks like Pascal comes out. A little bit surprising to see Pascal come out instead of Sajad, as Pascal has been very creative in this first half.
Yeah, I think that's you score a goal, you get to stay on kind of situation there.
That's fair. And Jamar Oakley has scored 3 of them against Chattanooga FC in the last 14 days.
Yep, Jamar is our personal Nuga killer. He scored 6 goals for our club in the last 2 years, with 4 of those 6 coming against Chattanooga FC.
Since Chattanooga fans love our Atlanta United comparisons, he's our Hector Villalba, the Lion Killer. Kickoff in the second 45. Ball put back to Lima. Lima looking to get it away from Avery Shepard. And a throw-in going for Georgia Revolution. Soggy Hirsch with the throw-in. Soggy looking for an opportunity. Tries to get Jamar Oakley. Broken up there by Soren. Soggy Hirsch try to get it to Oakley once again, but Soren is there.
I think that's one of those instances where they're trying to get the ball desperately to Jamar. I think.
Yeah, and it looks like Chattanooga's been tightly marking Jamar throughout the second half. They know what he's capable of. He played flawlessly in the game in Fort Finley 2 weeks ago. Matt Gregorovic punts the ball away. Long hang time on that ball as it goes over the head of Aaron Witten. Lima sends it into the air. Rodrigo's fighting for that ball, trying to get away from Mason Walsh. And Soggy Hirsch has an opportunity. He turns away from the CFC back line. Soggy Hirsch is tripped and falls just outside the 18. No foul call, and CFC clear it.
No, I think he just kind of outran his own feet there.
So it's the inside middle of the field, gets to Aaron Wynn. Aaron Wynn quickly first touch. Mason Walsh turns, trying to get away from Serena. Throw in for CFC. Throwing goes over the head of all the players, but Gamora is there to clean it up. Throw in for the Revolution. Where does Brahan fit into the second 45 for the Revolution?
I think he might come in for a Rodrigo, maybe late in the half, to get some fresh legs on there to kind of be that extra defender. Because I do think that Chattanooga will push late in the second half to get that goal.
Offside flag is up. Matt Wishery is the CFC player that was offside. Free kick played up looking for Jamar. Jamar is hugged by Soren and a foul called.
Yeah,
there is a friendly hug.
Yeah, that might be a little you know, I know what you did to me last 2 weeks ago, so I'm sure he'll get a couple more clips and hugs here and there.
You gotta catch up after 14 days, you know.
Yeah.
You haven't seen enough of each other. Soggy Hirsch, dangerous free kick just outside the 18-yard box. Two-man wall for CFC. A little bit of a buffer between the two CFC players. And Soggy plays in Aaron Wynn. Aaron Wynn ships it back up. Looks like Lima heads it away. Another ball played into the box by Rodrigo. Joe Acosta. The ball stolen away by Rodrigo.
Oh, no. No.
Foul called. Rodrigo's getting a talking to there as he had a foul that was called on Joe Acosta.
Yeah, that's. And here comes the Uprising's die flag.
Yellow card showing us Rodrigo Gonçalves, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one whatsoever. But that was a good veteran play there from Joe Acosta to get a yellow card drawn, for sure. Definitely a veteran player there.
Yeah, he can have the Mr. Hollywood tagline to win if he wants.
Yeah.
CFC lining up for the free kick.
Well, you know, right when I said something about Rodrigo being a good kid this year, not getting yellows, he
You're
gets
gonna
one.
jinx us with the yellow cards, and I'll jinx us with the weather. Thankfully, it's been a beautiful night here in McDonough, Georgia.
Oh, that just means next week we're gonna get monsooned again.
I can't help it. Georgia weather is not kind to anyone.
And for those listening that don't know, last year we had a string of home games and beautiful weather after 2017 was pretty much a washout every game. And my broadcast partner Riley here decided to say something about that, and I kid you not, 5 minutes later we had a lightning delay for like 2 hours, and every home game since
From
then
that point
except for
on,
one
yeah.
had a rain delay except for tonight. So let's start a new jinx, I guess.
We can jinx the other teams now.
Yeah, there you go.
That's something different. All right, Matt Gregorovic here. Free kick. Sajad can't quite win the header. Foul was called on Sajad Delane. Free kick for CFC. When we talked about we like the pairing of Pascal and Jamar Oakley, Pascal and Sajad, excuse me. Sajad and Jamar Oakley also have that unique pairing and combination where they're two very quick players, and the Revolution can attack very quickly. Aaron Witten's a guy that likes to deliver quick balls, so I
Yeah.
can see this being a fruitful partnership between Aaron Witten and Sajad and Jamar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like switching out Pascal for Jamar because it's basically a like for like, but just fresh legs. I think Steo knows the recipe to beat Chattanooga FC, and that's with speed. And that's definitely what we have on the outside here.
Speed kills. Chattanooga have a chance now carrying the ball down into near the 18. Mason Walsh has an opportunity, tries to get a shot
Nice
off,
block.
deflected. Another shot goes over the crossbar, trying to chip Gregorovic from distance. And a goal kick coming up. There has been a substitution in the second half for Chattanooga FC. So Jordan Dunstan has exited the match and plays for Marcus Smars. Caleb Cole can't quite track that ball down. It's going to be a throw in for the Georgia Revolution team. The Revolution wearing their Five Stripes kits today. Throwing the ball in from the far side. Be a free kick here from about the same distance. Jack Gurr scored an absolute scorcher of a goal.
Yeah, and against International, that was amazing.
One of the best moments in Revolution history there for sure. Phenomenal goal from Jack Gurr. Ball played in the box. Jamar Oakley trying to make a run there, but it's into the hands of D'Amico. D'Amico punts it forward for Chattanooga. Header to Costa. Costa's an opportunity now. Revolution trying to get back on defense. Costa cuts back. Good defending there by Fiora. Costa dribbles backwards through a bunch of Revolution defenders. Very impressive footwork from Joe Acosta. Finally, the attack is fizzled out there. Soren passes it back to Feliciano. Feliciano to Lima and to Jordan Dunstan. Rodrigo stops the CFC attack. Cycles the ball out, and CFC puts it right back in with the long ball. It's going to be in the hands of Matt Gregorovic. Gregorovic punts the ball in the air. Aaron Witten trying to win a header there. Valenciano. Sajar loses the ball on the far side, and it's won back quickly by the Revolution. Avery Shepard there, but a foul was called. Yellow card shown to CFC. Daniel Valenciano has a yellow card in the 56th minute, and a free kick from the Revolution about the same spot they had it a good 3 minutes ago. First 10 minutes of the second half has not been very eventful. Not many opportunities by either side. A lot different from what we saw in the first 10 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, I really think both teams have really settled down now and are waiting for the other team to make that crucial mistake. We'll see if we can get one here on this free kick.
D'Amico looks to punt it downfield. Fiora with a very hard touch.
Nice tackle.
Tries to jump over the Revolution defender there. Great effort from Fiora. Chattanooga with throw-in now. I think this back line has looked a little bit different than we've seen in past matches. Thomas Heurwig isn't starting. Nathaniel Johnson as well. And we've seen guys like Fiora, and we've seen guys like Eduardo Gomez step up once again. Eduardo has been brilliant since that match against Atlanta SC.
Yeah, Eduardo's really stepped up this season, really anchoring that back line, something we didn't have last season. It was a real weak point for us. We really addressed it this offseason, and I think it's paid dividends for sure.
Aside from that Nashville match, I thought the Georgia Revolution back line, like you've said, have looked very, very solid in these first few matches. Weak shot by Max Wishery inside the box, about 7 yards out. Revolution clear it. Then a ball went over Matias.
That's
goal
terrible.
CFC. Matija Gregorovic with an awful goalkeeping, caught off his line, tried to make a play and make up for it, but he tips it into the back of the net. And CFC in the 58th minute have a 2-1 lead over Georgia Revolution. It's just not his night tonight in goal.
No, and then we said it earlier. He seemed off. I don't know what it is, if he's just not quite focused or anything, but he just doesn't. He seems off his game tonight, and it showed on that goal right there for sure.
I think this speeds up the the Brahan substitution now.
Yeah.
As Brahan brings a little bit more of the attack than Rodrigo does. And the Revs try to play quickly out from the start, but ball with too much pace, Rodrigo couldn't quite get there. Now Rodrigo's caught off of his positioning, and Joe Acosta could take advantage of the opportunity thrown for CFC as the ball was played out of bounds to stop Costa's attack. Lima's taking his time to waltz over to the ball for the throw-in. Throw in for Lima inside the box. Headed away by Fiora. Clearance by Tiente. Sajad now plays up to Avery Shepard. Avery Shepard's been quiet today so far. Avery Shepard, ball deflected off of his face. Throw in for Chattanooga. Looks like Brahan Gamara, as we predicted, is coming into the game
For
in
Rodrigo.
the 60th minute for Rodrigo Gongalvez.
Yep, just like I said, 60th minute or so, put in Brahan, put some fresh legs in there.
Throw in for Chattanooga. Excuse me, that'll be a free kick for CFC. And the referee has enlightened the players that Georgia Revolution will actually be in possession of this free kick. Fiora tries to take it quickly. Sagi Hirsch, tries to take it quickly, but Joe Acosta stood right in front of the ball, delaying the free kick for the Revolution. Fiora ends up taking it, looking for Jamar Oakley, who's held once again by his good friend Soren. Then Aaron Witten skies at first touch over the crossbar. Goal kicked to D'Amico and CFC.
For all your medical needs, visit Eagle Family Family Practice, providing care at your convenience. Proud sponsor of the Georgia Revolution FC.
CFC have attacked now in the Revolution 18-yard box. Caleb Cole dancing around the far side of the 18. Caleb Cole puts a cross in, shot on goal. Costa just wide. Great passing by CFC as Caleb Cole created an attack there and a layoff pass to Costa. Costa just couldn't quite slot it in.
Yeah, it looks like they're bringing on Ryan Pugh now for Avery Shepard, like for like switch there. Both those guys played together at Clayton State up the road.
Ryan Pugh coming into this game with a lot of ADASL experience. Another one of these guys on the pitch that has played for the reserve side.
Yeah, Ryan Pugh is actually the Golden Boot winner for this year in the Division I for the ADSL. Beat out another Rev, Jason Henry, by 1 goal to win that. So 2 of the top scorers in ADSL play for the Georgia Revolution.
Word on the street is that Jason Henry might be putting on a 5 Stripes uniform sometime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, he's back from Spain in the off season and got a little knock, a little ankle injury. But if he can get through with that, he might be able to come out and join us again.
Hagorovic quickly setting up his goal kick. In the 63rd minute, we want to thank our good friends over at Ingles. Low prices, love the savings. Good friends of the Georgia Revolution FC broadcast.
And other MPSL Southeastern Conference, we're in the 63rd minute up the street in Alpharetta, and it is 0-0 between Atlanta SC and Greenville FC.
Wouldn't mind Greenville getting 3 points from Atlanta SC, as that has to be the result that helps the Revolution the most.
Oh, for sure. Especially if we're able to get a draw out of this.
Aaron Witten has the ball, trying to counterattack, but a good clearance by CFC to put the ball deep into the box. Then a shot through the football uprights. That was a dangerous opportunity as Aaron Witten could not control the ball on the counterattack, and a cross was played into the right side and a first touch shot, but that was an opportunity where Soggy Hirsch was a little bit out of position there, allowing for a first time hit from CFC.
Looks like we're bringing in Ryan King.
Ryan King, another Clayton State player. He comes in. He's one of Clayton State's all-time leading scorers. I believe he's top 3 in Clayton State history.
Looks like Sajad's coming off for Kingy.
Ryan King has scored quite a few times in the Revolution history. He had a goal against Inter Nashville and that huge comeback last year in Nashville.
Yeah, he also had one against the Silverbacks at Silverbacks Park later in the year.
He almost put one away against the Jesters, too, in the playoff match where Jamar Oakley was the savior in that one. Throw in for the Revs. Soggy Hirsch has the ball now for the Revs near side. Soggy Hirsch plays up the field for Aaron Wynn. Aaron Wynn controls the first time. Aaron Wynn plays back to Brahan. Brahan can't control his touch. Good opportunity by the Revolution there as they flip the field, creating space, and Aaron Wynn was able to feed Brahan Gamar. If he can make that other pass onto Ryan King, the Revolution would be in business right now. Fiora wins the ball back, but CFC must not have been paying attention. They threw the ball in, completely accidental, I am sure.
That's got to be the longest substitution I think I've ever seen.
The referee halted play, looked over, explained it to each player individually while he was halting play, and then slowly trots over before allowing the CFC player to come in. I don't understand why any of that was needed.
Yeah, I don't either.
And Jamar Oakley pays back CFC with a friendly hug of his own. Lima throws the ball forward just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
He's approaching this free kick. Might be a slight exaggeration of where the foul was committed. Lima sends the ball into the box. Tonsiente, soft clearance there. Brahan trying to affect the play. Cost does the ball top of the 18. Shoots. Mattia, great save.
Off the football up right there.
Weird angle there as you couldn't tell if the ball bounced off of the post into the net or bounced off, into the back of the net. But a great effort by Costa and a good save on Mattia. But give him credit there.
Yeah.
As that was his bright spot of the match so far.
Yeah,
now Costa is still down on the field, and the CFC trainer is trotting out to check on him.
Yeah, for Mattia, that might be the one save that will get him into the game since he's had, to be honest, if we're being honest completely, he's had a pretty terrible night so far.
And Mattia's a guy with a lot of talent. He has experience playing internationally.
Yeah, Montenegro U19 team. Played for a couple European qualifiers for them, so he's no stranger to talent playing against it for sure.
Now Costa's walking off the field. Looks like a substitution for CFC. coming in for Costa. Costa's been very dangerous in the attack, so we'll see how this substitution affects CFC going forward. Maybe giving the Revolution a few more opportunities to create some of their own. Corner kick for Chattanooga. Played long, Lima runs into the new substitute, and a goal kick coming up for the Revs. It looks like Jose Francisco Perez is coming to the match for Chattanooga in place of Costa. Eduardo Gomez. Looks like he fouled Valenciano. Free kick by Caleb Cole, plays in the left side of the box. And Chattanooga with another throw. In Chattanooga, the last 40 minutes have looked like the better team after the Revolution came out of the gates hot, looking very, very strong in the first 30.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Chattanooga really got settled in, and that's the kind of team they are. It's just up to the Georgia Revolution to really keep their foot on the pedal and keep going forward and pressing them. That's the only way you can break down the Chattanooga FC football club.
Corner kick again for Chattanooga. Brahan recovers the header and a free kick won by Brahan Gamara. Quickly played by the Revolution, looking for Aaron Witt, and Ryan Pugh couldn't interfere with the play there. Lima plays up the field. Serena is there.
Nobody in
over
the
at
midfield.
Ciente's head.
And the old problems that the Reds have are starting to rear their ugly head here. I mean, there's absolutely nobody in the midfield. It's everybody moves up, the ball comes back, and nobody's there to pick it up.
Foul called on Sagi Hirsch as he challenged a CFC player. Looks like Soren. Excuse me, that was he challenged Matt Wishery on the aerial. Lima plays the free kick, puts it inside the box. Ball goes up play for yet another CFC throw-in. That'll be Jordan Dunstan this time in the throw. Clearance for the Revolution as the throw-in went through all the players in the box almost.
Yeah, it seems like the Revs are kind of losing their focus on all these constant set pieces and throw-ins that Chattanooga's getting. It's going to cost them here in a minute.
Revolution cleared away about the midway line for a CFC throw-in. Revolution are countering quickly now. Long touch here. Sajad couldn't quite get there, but I like the effort there. We've seen a lot of CFC possession in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And for just a slight moment to reset and get the ball that deep into CFC territory, I think that's a smart move by Sajad in the Revolution.
Here in Hungaroring Station, just some seconds available. This meeting at Neighbors Barbecue. We invite you to visit them today.
Eduardo Gomez cleats his own player there, and a nasty interaction.
That's gotta hurt.
That's kind of like if anyone watched the College Women's World Series where the Texas catcher threw the ball directly into the pitcher's face on a throwdown.
Yeah.
Kind of a similar situation there, and just accidentally injuring your own player. Definitely you don't want to see that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's what happens sometimes, especially when you're going all out.
A free kick in a semi-dangerous position for Chattanooga Football Club. Ball played in. Just over Matias' reach, over the crossbar, goal kick for Georgia Revolution. Matias hustling to get this goal kick played in quickly. The Revolution are chasing in the 76th minute, looking for a goal desperately. Eduardo sends it up to Aaron. Aaron can't get a header on that. Soggy Hirsch sends it long, throwing for Chattanooga. Another substitution for Chattanooga's Juan Sanchez comes into the match. Juan Sanchez is playing up in the midfield opposed to his normal defensive role in the back line. So a little bit different look for the CFC midfield.
Looks like Novala Lima is coming in for the Revolution.
Lima's a guy we haven't seen much of this season yet.
Yeah, not yet. He played quite a few times last season, trying to get his feet in the squad this year.
Throwing for Lima. Jamar Oakley has one of his first touches of the night. Jamar Oakley is countering quickly, getting around the CFC defense. Jamar Oakley turning on the wheels. Into the box. Oakley to the cross. Into the arms of the Miko. Dangerous opportunity there by Jamar Oakley. Jamar Oakley looked very, very solid there.
That's the Chattanooga poison there, Mr. Oakley, and the speed.
Ryan King with a great effort play to win the ball back for the Revolution. Fantastic play, Mr. King there. Revolution settling down possession. Brahan Gamaro with a tricky pass. Brahan played for Myrtle Beach last season in USL League 2, formerly the PDL. A very strong player, consistent, plays every single match for Myrtle Beach history. Or excuse me, he's played every match since the Myrtle Beach has made the move to the PDL. Lima has the ball. Plays the Brahan. Brahan, middle of the field, looking back to Lima. Lima, a little bit out of position. Stumbles forward, loses the ball. Lima out of position, trying to chase back and win the ball. Caleb Cole now has the ball. Far side, Caleb Cole cuts in, looks for a pass. Gets to Mason Walsh. Mason Walsh back to Juan Sanchez. Juan Sanchez into the box. Offside flag is up. Once again, that is Max Wishery offside. He struggled today so far. He's been in offside positions. He's missed easy chances. His passes have not been crisp. CFC needs a better performance from him in place of Felipe Oliveira. Throw in for CFC on the far side. Jamar Oakley is hesitant to give up the ball. Chalk that up to a friendly interaction there once again, as we know Jamar Oakley is very cordial with the CFC squad. Deep throw for CFC into the box. Sierra tries to go to his knees to chest that ball down. It kind of goes through his legs, though, leading to a throw-in for the Revolution.
Substitution for the Georgia Revolution. Cameron St. Pre Mitchell comes on for Aaron Witten.
What have you seen from Aaron Witten in this game? What did you mark up his performance to?
His performance was good. He had an assist. I think maybe missing that penalty in the beginning of the game maybe shook his confidence a little. He wasn't quite as crisp as he usually is, and that's okay. Usually he's
shot by CFC just wide.
Usually he's on point every game, so I guess everyone gets a chance to have a little off game, but it's okay.
That penalty can come back to really hurt the Revolution, as this is a game they really need to get a result from. Down 1 goal, 82nd minute. We still haven't seen Ryan Pugh to get a single touch with the ball at his feet yet.
Yeah, it's the service. You know, early in the game, we were praising the team because they were patient and they were combining and linking up very well. But in this second half, we haven't done it at all, and I think we've gone back to our old habits again, and that's hard to do. You can't really get...
Yellow card shown to Caleb Cole of CFC as he's arguing with the referee. CFC free kick coming up.
I will say maybe missing the energy from a Jack Gurr in a close game like this is something that might hurt the Revs a little bit
And the
here.
emotional leadership as well, as Jack Gurr's a guy that plays with lots of passion, and he riles his teammates up, you know?
Yep. And opposing players also.
And opposing fans.
Yeah.
As you might want to tune into the supporter section of Greenville when the Revolution make the trip up there. They supposedly have something planned for our good friend Jack Gurr.
I'm interested to see it.
Can't wait. Last year, if you don't know the story behind that, Jack Gurr was, being his friendly self and joined the Facebook live stream of Greenville FC during one of their matches. And he made some comments, had a little banter with the Greenville FC fan base. And then the next match, the Revolution traveled to Greenville, and they found a 12-year-old picture of Jack Gurr on his Facebook account and made a 2-pull out of it. And Jack Gurr was a good sport about it, had a lot of fun. And another friendly hug by Lima was not called. Foul finally called on the Revolution. It'll be a free kick for CFC.
Well, I guess you could say somewhat good news. Up the road in Alpharetta, the Greenville FC is up 3-0 on Atlanta SC currently, with 3 goals scored in 7 minutes.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, not bad.
If we're comparing things tonight, that's probably comparable to the U.S. Women's National Team dominant performance over Thailand this past week, as they play tomorrow at 12 p.m. against Chile.
Be a good game.
And another CFC player has walked off the field. Looks like it's Woodfin. Jamar Oakley going for the high kick, trying to win the ball back, but Caleb Cole has the ball outside the box. Caleb Cole, tricky dribbles, gets a cross in over the net, and that'll be a goal kick.
And a
for
different sport,
Revolution.
that would have been worth 3.
We're playing football now. There's probably about 3 or 4 quality field goal attempts so far by both teams. Fair catch call by Lima, but bounced out of his arms and a throw in for the Revolution. Tony Cience with a graceful bring down the ball. Now Fiora looks to play the ball up the field, looking for Ryan King. Ryan King, can he get there? No, he cannot. He's shielded away by the CFC defender.
Ooh.
Excuse me, that was Cameron St. Pricks, not Ryan King. Free kick goes to the Revolution. Like Brahan Gamara will be taking the free kick. Far side of the field. A few yards out of the 18. Brahan approaches, sends it into the box. Diving header there. Great opportunity by the Revolution.
Chattanooga's old friend there, Mr. Jamar Oakley.
Jamar Oakley with a great effort on the diving header.
Yeah, I expect there to be quite a bit of stoppage time, and seemingly every set piece, throw in, substitution, Chattanooga's definitely taking their time.
And a few of their players seem to get injured in the second half.
Yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of stoppage time.
The injury bug seems to hit after you're up a goal in the second half.
Yep.
Ball is played back to Gregorovic. Gregorovic looks to roll it out, decides not to. Punts it instead, going in the middle of the field. Ryan King tries to win the header. Won by Juan Hernandez. Juan Hernandez, who finally made his way into this match for CFC, is a guy that has orchestrated a lot of the Chattanooga attack throughout this season so far, and the friendlies and in league play.
Yeah, it's definitely Chattanooga's most dangerous player. Definitely befitting of the number 10 for Chattanooga.
Rev's trying to play a quick throw in. Looking for it, Wardo. Underwater's going to throw it in. Wardo tries to get some loft under the ball as he throws it in. Goal kick called for the CFC. 89th minute. Revolution chasing. Need a goal now. Down 2-1 in Chattanooga. Revolution need to show the resiliency we saw last year, game in and game out, as they fought back whenever they were down. Haven't quite seen that as much this season, but now's the time for it. Lima controls the ball. Lima cuts back, loses possession. Soren throws it in for CFC. Jamar Oakley gets a head on it. And the Revolution win the ball for a throw-in. Eduardo looks to throw it in. Good play to get the ball back to Lima. Lima looking for Brahan. Brahan stopped by good defensive effort by Soren there as he flies in to break up the Revolution attack. Throw in by Lima once again. Ryan Pugh gets ahead on it, trying to send it back to Cameron St. Prix. Crossing in, header. Revolution trying to settle it inside the box. Brahan now outside the box. Flicks it up to Ryan Pugh. He cannot quite get there. Throw in for the Revs once again. Revs looking dangerous the past 30 seconds here. Lima throwing into Ryan Pugh. Ryan Pugh outside the 18. Ryan Pugh sends it back to Lima. Juan Hernandez breaks the play there, and CFC are countering now. Eduardo. Late call by the referee. Free kick to Chattanooga. Seems like 8 seconds after the alleged foul that the referee blows his whistle. CFC send the ball forward. Over the head of everyone, and a goal kick coming up for George Revolution. Gregorovic sends it forward. Sierra couldn't get ahead on it. Juan Hernandez now. Juan Hernandez gets it to throwing for CFC. Juan Hernandez has came in, and in the few minutes he's been in this game has been very impactful. He had defensive stops on the near side of the pitch. He's making plays and opportunities on the far side of the pitch. He is all over the place, and he has the ball at his feet right now outside the 18, tries to turn around, has 3 Revs defenders surrounding him. Throw in for the Revolution now. Revs loop position from Cameron St. Prix, tries to go over the head. Little half bike there. And a throw in for Jordan Dunstead. The referee looks at his watch. There cannot be much more stoppage time. The Revolution need to press here quickly. This could be the last opportunity in the game for the Revs. Gregorovic decides the punt, hesitated for a second there. Ryan Pugh tries to win a header, go over his head. Ryan King now has an opportunity to win the header. Free kick for George Revolution. About 45, 50 yards out. Ciente sets the ball down. And Brahan walks up a few feet. As the referee walks back, Juan Hernandez about to get a yellow card here for gamesmanship. He's not as 10 yards away. And so it's Ciente now setting up for the free kick. Ciente approaches, puts the ball inside the box. Header on target. Great save by D'Amico.
Offside.
Look at Eduardo there on that header, was offside just a hair. Free kick for Chattanooga. That was possibly the last opportunity for this Revolution squad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The Revs really played well tonight, I believe. It's just that one unlucky bounce into the back of the net. But, you know, the game is cruel sometimes.
I would like to see a more consistent performance throughout the match as the Revs let the foot pedal a little bit in the second half
Yeah.
allowed CFC to dominate possession.
Yeah, I believe the first half, especially midway through that first half, they were connecting well, they were playing well, they had confidence, and I think they just kind of lost that after that unlucky bounce.
Lima plays the ball out of bounds. Referee looks at his watch once again, anticipating a whistle any moment now. But the Revolution have a dangerous throw-in. Can they get one last opportunity? Long throw-in. Ryan Pugh stands still. Looks like he was frozen there. Didn't react to the ball that was played near him. And Lima plays it out of bounds. One more throw-in for the Revolution. This might be it. Lima comes in to throw it in. Eduardo calls him off. Eduardo Gomez throws the ball in the box. D'Amico has no problem whatsoever with it, and he falls onto the ground.
And that's game.
Final whistle is blown. McDonough, Georgia. Chattanooga FC 2. Georgia Revolution FC 1. From the broadcast team, I am Ryan Moletsky. Joined with Justin Murphy. We are signing off tonight. Good night from McDonough, Georgia.